Hello, this is Preston here at Delaware Auto Sales. Gonna give you a little walk around of this beautiful one owner 2014 Tesla Model S 85. This is Tesla's beautiful green metallic paint that was only used for a couple years, so it's kind of a rare color. You do see that it is a 85 kilowatt battery. It does have the full panoramic and opening closing sunroof. This panel, you see right here, lifts up, slides backwards, which is another rare feature with these Tesla Model S's, only because the newer generations do not have a opening roof. They are affixed all glass, which is nice as well. But people who do like the opening, this one has the advantage of that. As you can see, it has the ultrasonic parking sensors up there in the front. You have your LED daytime running lights, your LED headlights, your LED turn signals, LED fog lights, and the cornering lights that this car does have optioned with. Right down there is your laser or your radar cruise control for the adaptiveness. You do have nice 19-inch rims, and they do have a good amount of tread left on these Michelin tires. They're Primacy MX4s. Now, this being a 2014 does have an autopilot feature, but it's not full self-driving, so it doesn't do the automatic lane changes or whatnot. So you will see that you do not have a camera facing backwards like you do in the newer models, and or you are missing the cameras on the side B-pillars on both sides. That feature, I believe, was available in the 2016 models. But there you go, another close-up of this rear driver's side rim and tire. Your charge ports right here. If you do see the lights flashing on and off, it's just because the car is sensing the key right near me. But there's more of the ultrasonic sensors that helps with the parking. It goes all the way up to 5 inches, I believe, until the car does tell you to stop. Another rear passenger tire. There is no dents, no scratches on this. It was a corporate owned vehicle. It was very well taken care of. Alright, I'm gonna open up the front trunk. Here's the key fob. It has a skin over it. If I take the skin off, looks just like the car, which is nice. And then right on the bottom side, it does say the model of the car, which is a Model S, obviously. This little key fob has a lot of functions to it, and party tricks or whatnot. The first one is it's shaped as the car. So the front, the back, the sides, obviously. But if you double touch the T, which is the front of the car, you got your frunk. There's no hood release or nothing. But so you can see you got a pretty nice storage compartment down here. And what's nice about this one being a little bit of an older model is that I believe starting in 2015, this little cubby back here, which is additional storage, is no longer available. So you only get this in the newer models, and that is because in this older model, the battery is under all this plastic and all the way tucked in the back. so you have all that room right there. The newer models, which it does make it a little bit easier to get access to the battery if the 12 volt does need replaced, it is right here. So you just take that top part off, but then that cuts out from storage. So you do have a decent sized trunk in the back, but obviously this is a very nice extra, and then you got the little extra bonus being in the back. The only thing you need to worry about opening up this, if you don't keep anything stored, is right here is where you keep your windshield wiper fluid. Just like any other car, just flops right open, you keep it closed. It does have 2 hood struts, so you don't have to put a prop or anything up. But yeah, so we're just gonna shut this right here. And Tesla recommends right next to the T, you just push down like that, and now it is fully closed. Walk around to the back real quick. Now, with the sides, with the back of the key fob, if you double tap where the trunk would be, you got your full hatch opening up. So right here is just, you can put some small items on here if you're loading them up, obviously, but it flips up so you can reach back in the back easier, but it also prevents you or anyone from seeing inside the trunk when it is shut. So it's like a little privacy liner. As you can see, it is very deep. There's little cubbies on both sides. And then if you lift up here, you get a little bit of a deeper well. I'll just flip that up like that. Here's your front license plate bracket if you live in a state that requires a front license plate. But as you can see in here, here is your mobile connectors. And it does come with the 3 adapters as well, original from Tesla, which is nice. So here's your 220, which is what you will probably most likely use at home charging. So I'll put that up there. I'll reach in here, find another one. Here is your regular adapter. This part will plug directly into the Tesla. This one will be any other charging station that is not a Tesla supercharger, as such in like Charge Point or any of those other off-branded, not really off-branded, but non-Tesla chargers that you would plug it in right here, and then that again will plug directly into the Tesla. It has that. That's going to be something you'd always want to keep in the car no matter where you're going, just in case you needed some extra charge and you weren't near a supercharger. You can charge anything with that. And then this, which is the most uncommonly used, is your regular wall outlet. This is a very slow charge, but it gets you about, depending on your voltage, whatever you have at your house, your amps, it gives about, I would say, 2, at most I've seen is 5 miles added to your car per hour. So, but it's nice to have that you have all the options that you need. But you can see it is the Tesla one. So, just keep that done. It is a power tailgate. There's that. Alright, I'm gonna show you that charge port in just a second. But as you can see, when I walk up to the vehicle, oh, well, of course, it's not going to do it now. But when you normally would walk up to the vehicle, these door handles will pop out and the mirror will unfold. It just did it now because I just touched it. But since I was walking around the vehicle multiple times, the key went back into sleep mode, which is perfectly normal, perfectly fine. But normally, I guess I can react to that right now. But you can manually lock it by touching the front of the key. You can see it. The door handles went back in. The mirror's folded. And if I walk away from the vehicle and start walking up to it, going to do that. So, here we are with the interior. This is the tan and or beige color. But you can see it is a very clean, spotless, no stains, no tears in anything. You got your power folding mirrors right there. You can have the option to have them automatically fold every time you get to your driveway, which is nice. Here's a nice up close view of the seat. There's no rips and tears at all. Obviously with the low miles it was well taken care of. But here, I'm just gonna sit in here real quick, and then I'll show you how to open up the charge port. You just open that right there. And there she is. That's where you insert your charger. It's flashing blue, meaning it's ready to be inserted. It'll flash green real fast as soon as you plug it in, letting it know it's starting the charge. And it'll stay green once it is effectively charging. On newer models, this is automatic closing. This one being a 2014, you do have to close it manually, which basically like a gas car. So most people probably are still used to closing it, which is nice, or so on. Before I show you all those features, I'll go ahead and just quickly show you the back seats, since that's not a lot to show back here. But again, it's a very clean interior, no stains, no rips, even in the back. Looks like the rear seats have never been even touched, which is awesome. No scratches on this back plastic piece. Right back here, there's a lever you pull back. It's 60/40, so you can fold that flat. I'll go around and fold in the other side real quick, and this will go to show. I'll show you it's camping mode, so we'll get back into that later. But there we go. So that's all nice and flat. It does have a little bit of a lip right there, but for the most part it is flat. Coming right back here, there is a pad. You push, one touch open. This can be removed fully, but I'm not going to remove that right now. But you can see all that room you have, which is a great amount of space. But I'll bring that back up in a little bit later when I show you the air conditioning controls, explaining camping mode. I guess I'll show you the passenger seat since I'm already over here. But just as in good shape as the entire rest of the interior. But sorry about that beeping noise. It's a car alarm, obviously going off across on the other side of the street. But here, we'll put these seats back up, give you a look of that big panoramic sunroof, moonroof. The front parts would open, slides back over the rear, and it is fairly tinted. As you notice that there is no screen or shade that will go back and close over it, which may be a concern at first, but you will realize that it is very heat rejected and it's tinted, so the sun shining straight down on you has little to no effect on you, which is nice. One last thing before we go inside is that it does have the factory mounts right there, right on both sides, front and back. So if you wanted to get some Tesla factory roof racks, crossbars, this car is capable of having it. Alright, let's take a seat inside. Alright, I'm gonna turn up the air a little bit. Alright, so if you're not familiar with Teslas, all you have to do is sit in the car as long as your car recognizes the key that's in your pocket or wherever you put it. As you can see up here, it says the car is off. So all you have to do, there is no push to start, there is no key You keep the key on your person, in your purse, in your bag, in your whatever. As soon as you touch the brake, you're gonna hear it start chiming. You'll see it shows up your personal setting up there, and it shows your gear selecting. Once you see all that, the car is ready to go. But here's the leather wrapped steering wheel, your audio controls. Here's your windshield wipers right there. One swipe, once you turn that on, it's the intermittent setting, but it's also your automatic headlight switch or automatic wiper setting. So once it detects rain, it will automatically turn on and select the speed that it thinks it needs to clear the windshield wipers. Right down here is your autopilot and cruise control settings. Your windshield wiper fluid is a double push right there, and right back here is your automatic and telescoping steering wheel. Alrighty, so here is this massive Tesla infotainment system, which carries about every option in the car that you need to have access to. Radio, climate, navigation, everything is controlled by this entire center display. I will say right here, go up, there's your backup camera. Right down there, if you're getting close to something or rear, it will light up and it will start chiming at you. So once we're backing up to this Q3, you will see that down here, it starts showing you that how many inches you are. So it's very exact, 25, 22, 20, and I mean, you get the idea. But obviously, you're right up there. Now you go up forward. Okay, we're back into our starting. So put the car in park. It'll go back into easy exit mode, easy entry mode. So it'll move the seat, adjust the seat to where it thinks you can get out comfortably. I'm gonna go ahead and hit pause on that. So here's the navigation screen. It'll allow you to, let's just say we want to go to a supercharger. Go ahead and hit navigate. Right now we have 199 miles on its range. This car, factory, when it was brand new, got about 265 miles out of a single charge. Currently, 8 years later, this is a 2014, it's 2022, on a full charge, it will get about 251 miles. So the battery loss was not significant at all, in my opinion. It's only lost about 14 miles in that lifespan it's had. So very fair, and if you would ask me. It'll give you all your turn-by-turn directions you can scroll through. Obviously, once you start driving, it'll zoom into the exact streets, be north up. And this one is taking you from Delaware to Columbus to Supercharger, and it will say at any final destination, it will say when you arrive at the destination, so that's the Tesla Supercharger in Columbus, the short north, I will arrive at 68%. So right there's that. When you're driving, your navigation will also show up right here, so you don't ever have to turn away from the take your eyes off the road, which is very nice. It chimes at you whenever you need to make a turn. It will talk to you. So other than the navigation, here is your full lighting. Lighting controls, obviously it has automatic settings, always going to be on. It has automatic high beams. Your front fog lights will be on once the headlights are activated through the auto or manually on. You can also fold in the mirrors right there by pushing that button right there. And then whenever it's already set. So when you get to a new location, you fold in your mirrors. It'll give you the option to always fold mirrors at this location. If I do that, when I would normally pull in probably into the driveway of the dealership, it will automatically fold in the mirrors. Which that's just something simple, easy, convenient for this car to do for you. You can lock all your doors right there, which locking them manually will push in, make the doors go flush into the doors. You do have your front trunk opening right here. Now you can open the trunk in the back as well. And now you have vent or open the power moonroof. Automatically it goes 75% back. You can go back to it and drag it to open, which is 100%. Now you got a full open sunroof, which is very nice. And just one touch, it'll close. Alright. There again is your charge port opener. And if you are at a Tesla supercharger, when you take that plug off of the charger, it will, once you get up to the car and click it, it will automatically open that. So that's just obviously if you're at a charge port or something. So down here, your lighting control, again, just your headlights, your dome lights. So your interior lights are automatic, but there they are LED, and the rears are LED as well. Keep those on auto. Daytime running lights are going to be on. Those will be your LED surrounds up on the front headlights. Auto high beams automatically on. Headlights after exit is like, that's their example of saying that they'll stay on for like 30 to 60 seconds after you leave the vehicle. It's a nice safety feature, especially if you're at night, so you have a clear walkway to wherever you're going, and so you have a light around you if you're in a dark parking lot at night. The driving page gives you the acceleration, steering mode, and regenerative braking settings. Standard, just you get the full amount of power that this car provides. Chill means your accelerating pedal or your acceleration is a little reduced. It's not as thrilling if you ask me. You got sport, standard, comfort. Standard would be the closest to a regular, the tightness of the wheel, turning wise. Sport is a little bit of a tighter steering, and I'm assuming comfort's probably a little bit looser. Regenerative braking standard means this car does have, as you are letting off the accelerator, it is automatically slowing the car down, and it's not doing it with the brakes, it's using it with the motors. So that also gives you additional charge, and it's not using the brakes, which is great because the Tesla brakes should last. If you drive the Tesla the way it is supposed to be driven, and you brake the way it is supposed to be, one pedal driving, you should never have to replace the brake pads or rotors for the life of the vehicle, which is another saving expense. The brakes on this car are at 10 millimeters front and back. That is something we did not have to replace, so I'm not sure when those were replaced. Personally, with this car being a 2014 and only have 48,000 miles on it, 49,000 miles on it, I wouldn't be surprised if they're original. Just because of how well taken care of this car was. I'm pretty sure it was driven in the way it was meant to be with the one pedal. Creep is slowly move forward, so you know if you're in a regular car, you stop at a red light, and if you let off the brake, the car will roll a little bit and or idle, I guess you could say. Creep is if you turn that on, it'll be like that. If you have it turned off, it'll obviously, once you come to a complete stop, it's a brake hold option, and it'll keep you stationary, which is a nice feature. Traction control, that's as if it works just like any other car. Range mode, so range mode will control the air conditioning a little bit different, anything to do with the interior of the cabin, just to save your energy as you're driving. Alright, so this is autopilot version 1, I believe. Actually, if I hit software, I will see that. Alright, well, you can obviously see this is the Model S 85. You can change your vehicle name. I have DAS1 because this is Delaware Auto Sales. First Tesla they are offering for sale at their dealership. You can see the current miles, 49,390. I have driven this car myself a couple hundred miles. I'm a very big Tesla enthusiast, so I have enjoyed it. And yes, so it is version 1 of the autopilot. But as we can go back up here, auto steer beta, that is going to be when you are driving. Once you kick this into cruise control, if you pull it once, that's regular cruise control. Adaptive cruise control, it'll slow you down to the vehicle in front of you if they're going slower than your set speed. Pull it twice, it'll activate auto steer, which will go around corners for you on the freeway. It can go up to exit ramps, although it will slow down a little faster than you probably would. It is designed to still have both hands on the wheel. Yeah, so it does have very good self-driving capability as for a 2014 model. Summon. So Summon is a feature that is, you can move the car in and out of parking spots, forward or backwards. If it's coming up to an object, it will veer off to the right or left, whichever way it needs to. And I will show you how that works. It works through the Tesla app, and it works with the key fob. I'll show you that eventually. You got your lane departure warning, automatic emergency braking, obstacle aware, acceleration. So if it will overpass something if you're about to, it thinks you're about to get in an accident. Alright, vehicle settings, walk away door lock. That's so when you walk away, it'll automatically lock. You don't have to do anything. Auto present handles is on. That's when you walk up. Obviously, it'll open those door handles, open the mirrors for you. Display, just all your different display modes. Just all different vehicle settings. This is going to be the trip history, like a trip computer for a gas car. This shows you the kilowatts you're using on your odometer trips. Navigation settings, that's your volume for automatic, the automatic navigation. You can, if you have your calendar based off, if you have your calendar synced up to the car, every time you get in it, if it knows you're at work, when you get in at a certain time, when you leave, it'll automatically set the destination to home. Safety and security. Allow mobile access so your phone can control the vehicle. You can set a speed limit. The speed limit's not set right now, but let's say if you were giving this car to a friend, and if your top speed around your area is 65, but you don't want them going over 75, you turn that on. You create a 4-digit PIN. Let's just do 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. Now it's set for 75. They cannot change that, and you would just turn it off. It'll ask for that PIN again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there you go. Park assist chimes, that's the rear and front parking sensors. Joe mode, it just really changes the volume of the well, as you can see. Pin to drive and pin to glove box. You can also create a password, so every time you get into the car, it'll ask you for a password. So obviously that's another security thing where no one can drive this car without entering your 4-digit PIN. Same with the glove box. You can have a password for your glove box, which that is open right there. It does have the little Tesla manual and the Tesla microfiber that is recommended for cleaning the screens. Tesla does not want you to use any liquid or chemicals on the screen. Cabin overheat protection, which will, if it's being on, that's something you would probably want to leave on. If it gets too hot, obviously electronics don't like a lot of heat. If it gets extremely ungodly warm in the car, the climate will automatically turn itself on when no one is in the car, cool down the interior. Service, there's all your things that you will need to get your car serviced. Key fob updates, there's a tow mode which release the brakes and put the car in neutral, reset TPMS systems. I mean, everything is right there. Wiper service mode will allow the wipers to go up. Well, oh no, sorry. So wiper service mode right there. So they have to be on the off position. When they're in service mode, that means you can lift them up like a normal car and change out the wipers, because when they're not in service mode, they're to help with the aerodynamics, they're tucked underneath the hood a little bit, so you can't lift them up. All right, there's a software page again. But I mean, yeah, so you got your you do got radio. This is on the streaming page. Radio's right there. You got your phone. It can connect to Bluetooth automatically. No phone's connected right now. Streaming, you got all your different Tesla streamings. It's done by, it might be Stitcher, if I'm not wrong. You have TuneIn, and you got your sound settings right there. Right here is going to be where you have call servicing. You got your calendar set up. You can drive with the rear camera on. You can see your energy consumptions right here. Charging status. This will be where you can see your current miles, and this automatically will come up when you start charging. It'll give you the time remaining, and you can set your charge limit. Normally, Teslas want you to set limit, keep it about 80 to 90%. That will keep the batteries, that'll keep the life of the battery a lot longer if you don't charge it 100% of the battery's capacity. So right here, supercharging. So this car uniquely, and as a very, I would say a very desirable thing, is that this car was grandfathered in for the unlimited free supercharging, which means you can pull up to any supercharging in any of Tesla's network, and you can plug in and charge at their speed, their fast speed, absolutely no cost to you. Newer Teslas, and most likely all Model 3s, Model Ys, unless they got it in that small time period, it will give you the dollar amount right here as you're charging, tell you how expensive it is going to charge your card. Well, this car, anytime you charge, it's absolutely free as long as it's a Tesla supercharger. Some charge points, some little charge stations like those are free. Some of them aren't, but it's a very nice advantage that you can supercharge on a road trip the entire way down there at no cost to you. All right, so what's next? Web. You do got a web browser. It's through AT&T. Entertainment. These are just some of the games that come standard with the car. And the Toybox. So there's a sketch pad you can draw on, emissions, which is the funny fart noises you can make the car make. Romance mode, it'll come up with a nice fireplace. Turn the heat on high as if you can feel the heat of the fire, and turn on some nice romantic music. There's different other things. Rainbow mode will change the screen to sound and make it Rainbow Road up here. Santa mode, so you're driving Santa's sleigh instead of a car icon right there, and you're driving on Mars on the GPS. So that's about it with all these features. Obviously, here's your climate control. You have any other normal fan speed. So now I can show you the camp mode. So let's say you wanted to get out of your, let's just say you wanted to get out of your car, run into the store real quick. You can get out and leave, you can leave it on the on setting, which will allow the climate to stay on when you go inside the store, which is a great feature. dog mode. If you get out of the car, you can leave the car on, or no, when you get to the store, you can leave it in dog mode, and when you get out of the car, I believe it will show on the screen that you're coming back and you have a dog in the car or whatnot. Yes, so if you zoom in, we'll be back soon. It is 67 degrees in the car. So if someone sees that you left your animal in the car, it won't freak out, or they cannot freak out and think the car is hot inside, which is a great feature. Camping mode is going to allow you to set the temperature where you want the car to set, and it'll stay on, go on and try to keep the cabin that cool throughout the entire night. With those seats folded down, there is a website that will create a mattress specifically for this vehicle, that will fit and align with the trunk all the way up to here, and allow you to quote unquote go camping in your Tesla. So that's a cool little added feature. But we can go ahead and turn that off. I will show, this is a one owner, clean Carfax, corporate vehicle owned. And then take a look at this original window sticker that I was able to get printed off. You can see that it is a $79,000 vehicle, brand new. And it has all those additional features. The all glass panoramic roof, which is a rare option to find now because it's not currently offered. Your LED fog lights, supercharger access, Nappa leather, because there's the Nappa leather right here, and it's not right there. So the entire seat is leather. It doesn't have any of the Alcantara anywhere in this vehicle. You got your parking sensors, and yeah. So for us having this car listed at $47,964, it is a pretty fair price if you ask me, with it being originally listed for $80,000. But go ahead and put that up here. But that's all about for the inside. I will do a quick little drive around video after I walk you around the outside one last time so you can see that beautiful paint. Alrighty, well, thank you for watching this pretty long video. I hope you were able to make it to the end. Once again, this is a 2014 Tesla Model S, one owner, 49,000 miles, has the fully unlimited free supercharging equipped with it, and it is ready for its new owner. So if you have any questions, just check out our website, DelawareAutoSales.com, or call Preston or Nathan at 740-227-2300. Once again, thank you. Alright, this is Preston again, adding a quick little clip of something I did forget to mention about this Tesla, that it does come equipped with Tesla Summon, which you can do it fully through the app, on the Tesla app on your smartphone, but I'm going to just quickly show you how to do it on the key fob. So, taking the key fob, you're going to hit the top, which locks it. You will see the parking light flash. Flash once, then once it flashes once, you hold the top button until it flashes again, and the DRLs turn on. DRLs just turned on. So now you're going to just hit front. If you want it to go forward, you're just going to hit the front button. To stop it, you just hit any key on the key fob, instantly stops it. And if you would like it to go backwards, you're gonna have to restart it. So Once again, hit lock, one time flash, hold it, one flash, DRL's just turned on, now the hazards are flashing, which means it is ready. So you're just gonna hit the back once, you hear that electronic parking brake disengaging, and you can basically walk your car. It'll pull in and out of parking spots. If there was a obstacle in its way, it will avoid it to an extent. Right there, and there it is, she stopped again. So there you go, your 2014 Tesla Model S can park itself and has smart summon. So, or not smart summon, but summon.